Hello and welcome to Exploration. This is Dashna Walsh from Dashna Walsh Lifestyle Therapy. And today I'm going to be talking about high energy. High energy. If you walk down the street and you look around, you can see high energy and you can also see low energy. You can also see low energy masking as high energy, or the other way around. High energy masking is low energy. Is it? Not the way around. But you see people they seem very hyped up, very hyped. They're doing all of that talking and they're doing all the actions. But if you really check what's going on inside of them, the energy is low, which is why they're so hyper. Okay. So it's important to understand how energy works. If you don't understand how energy works, you're going to either not figure it out, but you're going to be almost like, what's the word I'm looking for? Some people just breeze through life and they don't worry about anything and things just happen for them because it's almost like their default setting. Yeah, you'll either be one of those people or you'll be always struggling, suffering, feeling pain at every step of the way, things not working out, and then they work out, and then they don't work out, and then they don't work. And you're just like, oh, it's so exhausting. It's so energy depleting, energy draining. And it's important to understand how energy works so that you can not necessarily protect your energy, but you can conserve it. And when you're conserving energy, then you have enough to go through the swings and the roundabouts and actually enjoy the roller coaster um, ride of life, because that's what life is about. Without the ups, you can't have the downs, and without the downs, you can't have the ups. It's just going to flat line if you don't have one or the other. Um, and that would be very mundane and very boring, and there's no growth in that. So we need one in order to have the other. However, if you want to feel like you're constantly on high, even when you're going through the tough bits, the growth bits, then it's important to understand the energy behind it. So, say, for example, you want to you start a business, or you've just started a business, and you've been doing these videos and you've been writing all these blogs and sending these posts out, and you're not getting the response from people that you want. This has been my experience. What's my experience once? And and you start thinking, oh, I guess what I'm saying it's not really hitting anyone. They're not really getting it. They're not understanding. They don't really want to hear what I have to say. And that sort of thinking is, if you can feel it, it's heavy. It's low. Anything that's heavy, it's low vibration. It's vibrating at a really low frequency. So instead of going, oh, well, look at where you came from. Okay. You came from a situation you didn't want to be in. Now you have your own business. You set your hours when you want to work, when you want to wake up in the morning, how long you want to work for. And you don't answer to anyone. You answer to your own self. And here you are creating this stuff. You've written a book, you've created this wonderful blog, you've created a lovely website, and you've got some clients coming in. There may not be as many as you want, but got some clients coming in. So what is the problem? What is the problem? The problem is not being grateful. Because when we are given something and we are grateful, we get more. But when we're given something and we want more without being grateful for the little that we have, we get less. There's a passage in the Bible, and I think I've mentioned it in one of my previous videos, and it says, to he who has, more is given, and to he who has little or not, or has not, even the little that he has is taken away. And again, that comes from the vibration, the energy So it's important to be grateful where you're at with whatever you're doing. I don't care what it is. Even if you have a job that doesn't pay that well, the fact is you have a job. So be grateful for that. And then you never know. In being grateful, you're basically creating that energy, that high frequency, that frequency that the universe, the giving, the blessings of the universe vibrates at. So you're getting closer to that space so that more of it is given, because then you're open to receive, because you're saying, I have I have a little, but I'm so grateful because it's a lot more than I had, or it's a lot more than other people have. So I am so grateful. Gratitude is like opening up to say, thank you. I receive and I'm thankful. So when you're in this state, you're in the receptive mode. So then more is given. So it's important that you check your energy at every state in your life. And because high energy comes with high quality of relationships, high quality health, high quality of finance, high quality of just high vibration in yourself. You start coming across the right people, you're making the right friends, and people who are elevating and helping you become better versions of yourself. And so wherever high energy is, it's always something that you want, and you want to entertain. If you have low energy on the other end, you understand what that means. They say misery likes company. So wherever there's low energy, there's always some sort of misery. There's always something to moan about. There's always somebody to blame. There's always something that's causing an issue in your life. Some people are just drawn to drama. That's the kind of energy I'm talking about. So there's always some drama. They're always feeling pain. They're always feeling sorry for themselves, or there's always somebody annoying them, or some guy some relationship that they're in that it's just not going the way they're supposed to, and they're just wallowing in it. And I don't talk about anything that I haven't been through. I've been through just about everything that I talk about. So So I don't think that I am perfect, because I am still a work in progress in some things. But I have been in the situations where I would be blaming and shaming and naming everything outside of myself as an issue, as opposed to looking within and building the energy and becoming high vibratory being. And also, when you're doing this, it's important that you check yourself that you're not coming from a place of ego either, because there's so many people out there. Oh, so many people out there. And I used to be one of those, and people used to call me self-righteous, because I was self-righteous. I knew all the stuff, but I wasn't really practicing them. I would look like I was practicing it. So I was dressed nicely, and I had a nice car, and I lived in a nice house, and all of that. But deep down, there was this, what would I call it? It wasn't a nice feeling. It was almost like I'd see someone who's doing much better than I am, and I would be almost like looking for the negative of why they're like that, instead of just going, wow, that's beautiful. I wonder how they did that. So you want to almost tear them down in your mind so you feel better about yourself. Yeah, I mean, that was some time ago, but still, there are people out there that still do that. So watch your ego. Yes, you might have some money in the bank, you might have a nice car, you might have all of, but that is not what high energy is about. High energy is about loving yourself unconditionally. So that when you love yourself unconditionally, regardless of who is out there, it could be the meanest person, or, as someone who's very unkind, you can still love them where they're at. You can still appreciate where they're at, because you know that hurt people hurt people. So it's not because they're like that. We're all born from love, unconditional love. And because of the situations that we've been through in life, that's caused us to program some really horrible things in our mind. So we behave in a certain way. So when you see people's behavior, you can see it for what it is. You're not condoning it, but you can see it for what it is, and know that if they're throwing stones at you, you don't have to let them touch you. You can go, okay, I see I see that, but it doesn't really affect me because I'm coming from a space of unconditional love. And that unconditional love has to be true. It has to be deep. It has to really resonate inside your being. It means you have to have all your chakras lined up and feeling that joy from top till tail. Feel that connection from the God source flowing through you and all around you. And this is not going to happen all the time, but once you're, in a state of meditation every day, then you will start experiencing it a lot more strongly and it becomes almost your norm. So that, I was on the phone earlier and the guy I was talking to said to me, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm all right. And he goes, you sound so, I don't know. And I said, I just finished meditating. So he said, yeah, you sound really chilled. I said, this is a space I want to live in. This is a space I try to live in. So I meditate every day. And he goes, oh, I'm jealous. And he was in Jamaica because it was a call on to Amazon. And this guy was working in Jamaica. And I said, because I started the conversation telling him that you sound Jamaican. And he said, yes, I'm in Jamaica right now. And it's really hot. I said, I'm jealous because I'm in the UK. And so that's how the conversation got started. And he was like, wow, how do you stay so zen? So I was explaining to him about meditation. So I'm not always and sometimes things can rock my boat. And if I don't meditate, like a couple days in a row or I cheat and I do a shorter meditation, then eventually I can feel the energy seeping in, especially if I've got a lot of stuff going on that I need to deal with. Then it starts seeping in and I start getting a little bit snappy and a little bit irritable. And when I get those moments, I don't feel bad about them. I actually use them as to tell me, you know, as tools to tell me when I'm off course and I'm not in alignment anymore, when my energy is slipping and going on to a lower vibration. So whenever negative things are happening in your life, it's your life, it's your soul trying to tell you, hey, you deserve better. You deserve a lot more. Come on, let's build this vibration up, and just basically turning your head away is not enough because turning your head away from the negative vibration, that's a start. But then you have to build the positive vibration inside yourself so that when things come out of the blue, they don't really affect you. And in fact, most of the times, the negative stuff don't even come near you. Doesn't come near you. The only times it come near you because you have allowed it to. You've said, you know what? My friend is going through a rough time, and I'm going to go talk to her, and I'm going to open my heart, and I'm going to share. And she might snap and snaps and snide, but my energy, my vibration is high enough to deal with what's happening. Do you see what I mean? So it's you get to choose as opposed to letting life choose for you. So again, it comes down to that choice that I talk about in the last video, deciding you get to choose. You are in control of your life. You're in control of the energy. You're in control of whether you allow someone to take your energy or you allow yourself to support someone with your energy. So watch your energy and watch your ego. Your ego is important because it's there to tell you when you're on and off course and to tell you whether you're in the direction of the things that you want and the direction of the things you don't want. Because the ego also is there to protect us. Okay. We want to keep us safe. And whatever programs are in there that kept us safe when we were a child is the same program that most people are running on. But those programs are not important anymore. Okay. Because we're no longer children. Yeah. For example, when I was 7 years old, I was physically abused by family members who were meant to care for me. They used to beat me really badly, till my skin was like almost like jelly. My skin was falling off and there was blood and blisters all over my hands. And I remember that beating that I had from someone. It was so bad. I went to school and I hadn't done my homework because I couldn't write. I went to school and the teacher, and you get lashings with a big ruler, and the teacher would slap you with it, you know, 5 in each hand, depending on the extent of the punishment. But my punishment for not doing my homework was going to be 5 lashes in each hand. And I went up like this. And I just remember I couldn't hold my hand out because if she hit me with that ruler, then the blisters would have gone everywhere. And I just broke down. I started shaking. I couldn't stop shaking. And then she looked at my hands and she was like, oh my God. So I have never forgotten that day, even though I have forgiven the abuser. I have completely forgiven them and I love them unconditionally. And I've completely worked through that. And there is no hard feelings. It's just I'm saying this so as teaching so that you can understand that no matter what harsh conditions you go through, some people go through worse than that, you know. Some people go through a lot worse than that. I don't want to go into it. I don't want to go into that, but you can carry those things into your adult life. So I came through life thinking I can't trust anyone. I don't trust anyone in authority. They scare the crap out of me. So, you know, whether I was a teacher, a professor, someone who made more money than me, or someone who's in a bit bigger, better job than me, I would feel very inadequate around them, like really small around them. And so of course you go through life playing small, you know, and playing small not is not my natural wiring. Okay, my natural wiring is to really go out there and open my heart up and really just scoop the world up in it and try to love everyone. That is my natural wiring. Once I took away those subconscious beliefs and programs that were created based on me protecting myself as a child. So whatever yours is, we all have them. And some of them are they may not be as horrific as what I just described to you. But even if they're not as horrific, they still jar you as a child. You know what I mean? So if a parent grabbed you and slapped you on the hand and said, no, it didn't hurt, but it was just that shock of them reprimanding you and making contact, or they yelled at you, you might somebody from my world would go, that's nothing, like get over yourself. But no. As a child, it shook you to your core. It means something. Okay, it shook you to your core so that you've created a story around it. I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable, and you took that and you basically buried that inside of your heart, and you took it and you acted out your life based around it. It's the same. I know it's not fair to the people who have been battered and bruised, um, but it still shakes your body up in the same way. It's the same emotions that are created, some deeper and stronger than others, but they're still there and they're still sabotaging your life. Okay, they're still taking away from your energy. You get up every morning and you say, oh, I want to start a new business. And you go, and you make up all the excuses and then go back to where you were. You go back to the 9 to 5, the job you don't like, and you just stay there for a little bit longer. And then something else happens. And you go, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then you start doing it. And before you know it, that subconscious program just goes, no, that's not safe. Let's get back to the safe zone, back to the comfort zone, back to the comfort space. But my encouragement is for you to grow. I hate the term get out of your comfort zone. I hate it. Okay. I hear people talk about it all the time, and it's just like, that's not for me. Yeah. I come out of my comfort zone. I've left all the safety behind, all my safety net behind. Some people can do that, go jump out of a plane, jump off of a cliff with a bungee cord around you, and you feel good. And, maybe one day I will actually do that. But what I would encourage you to do is to grow from your comfort zone. Stay in the comfort zone that you are, but look around. The things that you feel like you can grow out of, start growing out of it. Expand that comfort zone, because comfort zones are meant to be comfortable and protective. They're supposed to be a place of nourishment. But if they're not wired properly, then we want to rewire them so that you can be comfortable, you can be strong, you can be successful within your comfort zone. That's how I see it. And people might disagree, but that's just my take on it. And it's worked for me and will continue to work for me, because there's no way I'm going to chuck myself out of my comfort zone and feel the stress of, the stress that I know that my body can't take. Because when I experience too much stress, my heart does some things that I can't control and I end up in hospital. And because I know that, I've put myself in a position where now I meditate, I rewire my energy, I build my energy field around me. And that is what is protective to me. I am still expanding and growing from my comfort zone. It doesn't mean I'm the same person who's scared of doing certain things. Speaking on a video like this, once upon a time, I wouldn't do that. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not afraid to get up on here, but sometimes I am. Depends on what I'm talking, what I'm talking about, because especially if you got some controversy in it, I understand it's going to rub some people the wrong way. But even so, it's got to be said. It's my heart. I'm speaking from it, and I have that right, and that is my purpose. So for the people that it resonates with, those are the people I'm here to serve. And for those that it doesn't, sometimes they're the people I'm here to serve as well, but sometimes you have to shake them up a bit. So the idea is check yourself if you're feeling an undercurrent of discomfort. That is energy. And that energy is not the energy you want to be living with. It's the energy that is teaching you that you need to move to the next level. What do you need to let go of now so that you can move to the next level? So look at what that energy is telling you, what that discomfort is telling you. And so you can transmute it into something higher. And it always starts with gratitude, saying thank you. Thank you for the negativity you're feeling. Because now it's teaching me that I'm being negative and my energy is being depleted. And now I need to think a different thoughts and see different pictures in my mind and start feeling more joy and gratitude in my heart so that I can transmute that negativity into something more positive and lighter so I can serve not just myself, not just my family members and my friends and my loved ones, but humanity in general. Okay, so high vibrations, not only from feelings, but high vibrations come from the foods that you eat. So watch what you're eating. Make sure you're eating foods that are of a live material. Okay, so fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh meats, if you eat meat, and and lots of lovely fresh water. Okay, I tend not to drink tap water. I tend to drink bottled water from a spring of some sort, because then you have less of whatever they put in it, you know, to affect your body. So I'm not even going to go into that, but you know what I'm talking about, some of you. But drinking stuff that are full of life, water is living. There's a study I mentioned it in one of my posts as well, about talking to water and projecting energy towards the water changes the crystalline structure of the water. So we are 60 to 90% water. So what we put in to ourselves, telling ourselves that we're wonderful, thank you, I'm brilliant, I'm great, I feel amazing, I'm such a wonderful being. Talking to yourself with love is going to heighten your vibration. Putting good foods in your body is going to heighten your vibration. You put a burger inside your system, you put pizza and foods that are full of sugar and fats inside your system constantly. It's going to be heavy. It's low vibratory foods. It takes a lot of energy to break them down. And then a lot of times you don't break them down, especially because those foods cause you not to move less. They kind of deplete your energy and you move less, which means less energy, and the cycle just continues. Likewise, the people that you hang around, okay, you can feel it. The ones that want to talk about all the misery. Oh, did you heard about this person? Oh, yes, and this happened and that happened and all the drama and all the trauma. If you're going to hang around those people, just know that your energy is going to be depleted. Again, hanging around a certain frequency, eventually you are going to be, you're going to get to that frequency as well. It's inevitable. Okay, they say you're the average of the 5 people you hang around. So that's an energetic thing. So watch the people you're around. And if you want to start vibrating higher, you're probably going to lose a lot of people that you do hang around already. If you're coming from a low vibration, moving up, you're going to find that you're probably going to be on your own sometimes, which is important anyway. It's important to be on your own so that you can start looking within yourself and becoming more of you, so that when you do come out, you start attracting the right people into your life who are vibrating on the same frequency or higher, so they can take you with them to your best self. Okay, it's not being snotty or behaving like you're better than anyone else, because people will tell you that. But it's not that. It's just that you know what you deserve. You know that you're here for a purpose. You know there is more coming from you, and you know you have a purpose to. You have stuff to do. Yeah, you don't have time to sit around and moan with people. Okay, you're happy to take them on the journey if they want to come on the journey, but you're not going to sit there and moan, because moaning is not going to get you anywhere, but keeps you exactly where you are. Okay. So we talked about the environment you hang in. Yeah, you're around the thoughts that you're giving and filling your own vibration, the foods that you're eating, drinking enough water. And also when I talk about your environment as well, make sure your space that you're in is clean and clear, and light. I'm not saying your house can't look like it's being lived in, but it should look clean, you know? Shouldn't be clutter everywhere. If you have clutter everywhere, then you're going to feel like that. And usually the clutter outside of you is a representation of the clutter that's going on inside of you. So check your space. Check your space, because it's telling you what's going on inside. And of course, this is a work in progress for all of us, because when times and things are complicated in our lives, sometimes we let things slide. And then when we let things slide, you can see it happening around us. Again, looking outside of yourself and feeling the feelings that you get from that is also a tool to tell you when you're slipping. I use that a lot. If the walls start feeling like they're coming in on me, I go, okay, I need to tidy that up, then go meditate, clear up my chakras, make sure everything is nicely aligned, and my energy is big again. So therefore, I can feel the space clears itself up almost automatically. Okay. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. So high energy, high vibration, high vibration. Everything that you want is vibrating at a higher intensity. I am pretty sure nobody wants to be in misery. Nobody wants to feel sad. Nobody wants to feel down and in the gutter and depressed. Nobody wants to feel poor and living in lack. Nobody wants to feel that. So everything that you want is at a higher vibration. So that's all you need to do is figure out how to do that. And it starts with being grateful, just sitting down and writing out the life that you want to live in the biggest, highest vibratory form that it is. And then looking at that every day and visualizing it and visualizing it, visualizing. And then things start happening around you, because you're going to attract the frequency of that energy around you. And be aware. You've got to be aware when those things come to you. You can't have your head in the sand. Your eyes have to be open, your heart has to be open, so you can see when things are happening for you, and when you get to choose even better choices in the future. Anyway, I'll stop there and send you love, and I send you light. And remember, if you need to talk about releasing limitations permanently using rapid transformational therapy, then please visit my website, dashnawash.com, or book a discovery call. All the information is here in the description. Just click on that, and I look forward to talking with you. And if you like this video, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you like videos like this and I should keep doing them. And if you have a question and you would like me to create a video around it, also leave that there and I'll be happy to indulge and have a look at that. And any questions that you have, just put them in the comment section and I will get back to you on that as soon as possible. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and I hope to talk to you soon. And till next time, stay light, stay bright. Lots of love.